I'm doing something a little different today that I haven't yet done on this channel, which is a clipping from a coloring book. This is from Odessa Biguet's coloring book, Edgar Allan Poe, an adult coloring book. And I just cut some pieces out to color sometimes. I find it to be kind of relaxing. It's a little bit less pressure than coming up with a unique idea. I just kind of enjoy the coloring process. I also wanted to highlight my website, my linktree/bloobs, BLUBES, where you can find many places to support a variety of causes, a variety of families, a variety of organizations on the ground in lots of different places. I definitely need to do some updating, but today I wanted to highlight my friend Osama's campaign. You'll find his link under Palestine. Osama is my friend. He's a young man who graduated with his degree in computer engineering, and he is a provider for his family. They have 8 family members, at least 8. And any contributions that you can send his way are deeply appreciated. We currently have a GoFundMe for him. I believe we're going to open up a Chuffed because GoFundMe are not a platform I would recommend. But I do run that campaign, and I'm glad to show any receipts if that's needed, for you to feel comfortable that you are indeed giving directly to a family in Gaza. Thank you so much for your consideration. Let's get into this. I took out the colors that I'm going to use today. This is just what's speaking to me. I find that when I'm feeling really overwhelmed and down about the goings-on, specifically the oppression in the world, the violence that is happening ongoingly, doing something makes it makes a difference in people's lives, and it makes me feel the hope. And one of the most important critical things to remember in these moments is hope. So please do not lose hope. If you feel yourself losing hope, find connection. That is the answer. Connection is the answer. It is not always easy. It is not always fast, but taking the steps to do something about it will make a difference in your life and in others' lives. I try to be precise with this, but my markers bleed on this paper, so it's fine. We're just going with the flow with this. I'm not too worried about it being precise with consideration of the immeasurable number of things going on in the world. Coloring within the lines is hardly important. Got this gold gel pen, I'm gonna draw, color in these stars. Make them a little sparkly. It's always good to add sparkle to your day. It's another way to keep hopelessness at bay. And did you know that they have eco-friendly glitter now? Can you believe? Like, eco-friendly, number one, disclaimer, eco-friendly means different things to different people from different companies, you know, depending on the source. Interrogate, ask questions of any like eco-friendly products. But there are some that are derived from plants. And I think that is pretty freaking cool. Over the last year or couple of years, I had decided to stop purchasing plastic cosmetic glitter. And when I tell you I love cosmetic glitter, I'm actually going to show you because I have it right here. This is my stack. You can see, or I don't know how much you can see, there's not much in here now because I switched from using this in my makeup to using this in my art as a way to keep it out of wastewater systems. But those used to have like a decent amount of glitter in each compartment, and I really enjoyed using it in makeup. And I was like, what am I gonna do? And then I learned that there is, in fact, eco-friendly glitter, which, again, isn't that so cool? I better lean my head back. The framing of these videos, don't worry, we'll work on it. But when I film on my phone, which is what I'm doing now, it will only let me film in portrait mode, and it will only let me upload to YouTube in portrait mode. By the way, I started a YouTube channel, the.multimedia artist with one A. I'm going to use the light blue on the innermost parts of each of these curls, or whatever they are. I also have a TikTok where I have done different kinds of coloring just like this. I usually do it pretty sped up because that's gets people's attention better, and it's very satisfying to watch sped up. But if you're interested, my TikTok is the word fruit with 8 U's. So it's fruit. It's fruit. If you're interested, if you're on TikTok, I pretty much use my TikTok to amplify different fundraisers. I do have my face on there. So if you're interested in seeing what my face looks like, you can see my face there. I do some makeup as well. I've kind of switched to doing more makeup than coloring because the makeup seemed to attract people more. And makeup is perhaps my favorite hobby. Let me know if you want to see me do makeup on here. I love doing it. These days I do makeup at least once a week. Not on camera, but in my life. Mm-hmm. What kind of art would you like to see from me here? Are you enjoying my painting? Is sketching something that you're interested in, I do all different kinds of art. It really just depends on what mood strikes me. Please don't say you want to see me paint on my easel. I only rarely paint using my easel because I like to do this. I like to rotate whatever canvas I'm using. But I will paint on it from time to time with larger canvases. One of my largest canvases, actually, that I haven't touched in a while, that I do need to use my easel on. So let me know, do you want to see a really big painting? Really big meaning this is like maybe like 3 feet by 2-ish feet of a painting. I also enjoyed doing that art talk the other day. I really like talking about my art. I really like hearing other people talk about their art. I just find it so nice to essentially get closer to the art. Get closer. I was going to say get closer to the artist, but you're really getting closer to the art. Because that's the centerpiece. The focus. Because, yeah, I don't need you to get closer to me. I want you to get closer to the art and closer to yourself in your understanding of art, in your appreciation of art, in your own art, if you're interested in making art or if you're an artist. I think that's wonderful. If you're an artist watching this, I'm honored to have you here. I'm honored to have everybody here, but I think it's really special to be able to connect with other artists. We really offer something special to this world that is not cherished as it should be, except often by other artists, I would say. Is that controversial? I don't know if I'm being controversial. But I don't know. How do you identify? What do you like to do? What are your hobbies? I want to know about the 23 people who've watched my videos. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm really chuffed. I guess it's unfair to say that artists appreciate art more so than non-artists. I think that's perhaps unfair. Not that I've had lots of people buying my art, but I do guess that it's not just artists, or not mostly artists, who are buying art. And not that you have to buy art to be an appreciator of art, because a lot of art is freaking expensive. There is one artist who I really like, who we'll try to pronounce her name correctly, Rocio Cabrera. You can find her on Instagram, Rocio Art. Her art is really accessible, and she does prints, she does jewelry, she does accessories, other accessories, and I've been quite in awe of her work for a long time. I really like how expressive it is, and she really deals with a lot of wonderful themes: feminism, mental health. She loves color and sparkle as much as I do, so I really appreciate her work and her perspective. Most recently, she's been doing a series of dolls that are commissioned. Each of them is commissioned, and they're made of polymer clay, I want to say, and other materials, and they're just incredible. It's really, her paintings come to life, and I'm quite in awe of her work. So, and she's a queer artist. I just recommend. I really recommend. And I'm sure if you internet search Rocio, yeah, art, Rocio Art, that you will find her website. I'll try to find more artists who I admire and plug them here so that you can expand your availability, expand your library of artists that you know. Talking is hard today. I've been really tired. There is a writer whose books I've been reading who's called their honorific is MX Jaffa. So if you search MX period Jaffa, you will find some of their work. I'm currently reading their Letters from a Living Utopia. And what was the last one I read? Whispers Beneath the Orange Grove was the last book I read of theirs. And their work is really beautiful, really intense and powerful. If you're looking to expand your capacity and, as they suggest regularly, to be able to do more organizing, do more connecting with your communities, I really recommend their work. They're also on Instagram as Yafa's Utopia, Yaffas Utopia. Reading was one of the intentions that I had last year, and I got to say a sentence the other day that I've never said before, which is in one of the books that I'm reading, which means number one, I'm reading, and number two, I'm reading more than one book. So I am proudly expanding my own capacity. One thing that's been really helpful is body doubling for reading. Body doubling, that's just when you are with other people doing your own unique activities, or doing the same activity just quietly to yourselves, or sometimes you're talking, but mostly quietly. And at least body doubling for reading is mostly quiet in my experience. So we set a timer and then read for that period of time, and we call it dear time, drop everything and read, like some Americans, my fellow Americans, might know from elementary school. So we set a timer and do reading for that designated time. I hope you are hydrating. I have my ice water today. I'm gonna finish this off by coloring in the background, and I'm trying to decide what color I will use. I think I'm gonna use this light green, this chartreuse, because I think it will complement these colors well. Before I do that, I'm gonna put these other ones away. All right, let's go in for the rest. I really recommend the public library in order to get books. There's also the Libby app where you can use, for Americans, where you can use your library card to access books virtually, audiobooks, as well as the digital copies of the books, which I think is very cool. It's really helped me read. It's made reading a lot more accessible for me. I did put in a request that would allow readers to listen to an audiobook and read the book, the ebook, at the same time. So I think that would be so helpful. Oh, I'm gonna move you for a sec. Sorry about that. I used to have a piece of paper on my desk here so that if I did this, I could just let it run off. But I got rid of it because it was too saturated. I just need to make a new one, I guess. I want to express thanks once again for anybody who's watching. I think that's just the bee's knees that you're interested in what I'm doing here. Trying to be a full-time artist eventually. That is my dream. And I think it will be realized one day. And I'm hoping that this channel will help facilitate that in whatever little way it can. I forgot a little part. Let's get this little part right in here. Oh. I'm always gonna forget a little part. That's okay. That's okay. We just go with it. Do our best. I'm gonna need a new one of these soon. I use this color a lot. Actually, I think I have one more, so that's good. A little upstairs neighbor dog doing her little barking. She is the tiniest dog, but she has got a wallop of a bark. I wonder if I go over this gold, is it gonna still be gold, or is the chartreuse gonna stick to it? Because this is so annoying to go over. I think I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna do the work. I'm just gonna do the work. This pen makes it easy. It's nice and pointy. It's also a dual-ended pen. There is a short nib on the other end, which is cool. right. One more. Almost forgot. I heard alcohol markers are much better for coloring. This is a watercolor marker, so you're definitely gonna see all the all the little lines here, but I don't think it's so bad. I don't mind. I really just do this for enjoyment, personal enjoyment, and again to amplify various fundraisers. You can find Osama's fundraiser at linktree/bloobs. His is under Palestine. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Have a good one now. Bye-bye.